enough Rocket League. But Bipod, of course, one of the best SARP players of all time. I'm sure he could match that ability in Rocket League with enough time. And Mike, you know, despite being out of the pro scene for a little bit, he's still one of the absolute best players in the world. And he pretty much got Bipod and Spoonie to this game. He pretty much, like, he couldn't have done it without them, but they really couldn't have done it without him, if you know what I mean. And Greasy, of course, replacing Mike. Large shoes to fill, but Greasy is doing pretty well at filling them.
As he tries to get in the way. Good morning, trying to set up a play, not able to break past midfield here finally. M1k3Rules, of course, being the one to get out.
Oh my goodness, Mike with a free shot in the middle of the field. That's really dangerous for Flipside to just give Mike a free hit there, because Mike's shots are usually pretty close to going bar and in every time. When was this game? This game was, at the time of this recording, it was last weekend.
Positioning himself well. He's trying to play the smart game. I don't know what his mechanical level is. He's not a player that I see very frequently.
Yeah, so Spoonie is not a player that your average Rocket League fan will know, but you might have spotted him streaming on Twitch, because he did actually have a sub button from back in his streaming days from H1Z1. Bipod getting over that one on the wall. You could see it happening. His line just he wasn't getting up there quick enough to meet the bounce. Like, when the ball bounces in the wall, you've got to be up there right underneath it, ready to flip, because it's like a half volley. You've got to be right there when the ball bounces, usually. Do I feel like Flipside and Northern Gaming played subpar during the RLCS games? I feel like it wouldn't matter if they did. They're both so good that subpar for them is more than enough to qualify.
Drops in front of that GM box. Mike is going to be able to clear it. Cooks here with a whiff.
So I'm going to give you a heat wave for GK Lightning Wheels. Is that good? As far as I know, heat wave is like a 2% drop, and certified Lightning Wheels is like 1% drop, so technically he got a good deal, but I mean, I'd take the heat wave over the certified wheels. That's another misplay by Bipod. Yeah, he tried. What Bipod's trying to do there is lean all the way back to front flip into the ball, which is behind him, but he just didn't get his nose far back enough, so when he flipped, his flip went forward rather than backwards. What do you have to do to get a sub button? Well, there's a few ways you can get a sub button. The most common way is just to grow your Twitch so that your average viewers is, not your average, but your average concurrent viewers for any streams. That means like the viewers watching simultaneously is 500 or more. That's their guidelines anyway. It's not the best aerial by Marky, and when I say not the best, I mean one of the worst possible aerials. Oh, Cucks are nearly getting in the way of that. This is a much better hit by Cucks. Like what Marky failed to do by hitting it softly into the ground, Cucks smashes it into the crossbar. Good play by Marky to get the shot.
Two goals up now for Flipside Tactics. Good morning, gonna have to try to pull these ones back.
Half volley off the wall by Mike.
That was a really good play.
Crimson Sunburst for Heatwave, my goodness, that man has children. That man has a family, how could you do that to him?
Try to break out of their own end. They haven't done so thus far. Finally have a chance here.
That sounds so bad. Yeah, I could mute it, but I can't be bothered. Why would I do that to you? Just because, you know, I blew my nose before I started the game, so all of my YouTube audience wouldn't have been able to hear it unless I also did it again, so I did it again. Didn't want to leave my YouTube audience out, you know. I've got allergies. It's a harsh reality. I've got allergies, so I thought I'd, you know, prove it to you. Or else people are going to say, why are you crying in the comments? Or they're going to say, like, why is your nose bright red? Why do you look like a reindeer? And I'll be like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I just got allergies. They're like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. Listen to this. Horrible nose blowing sound. Oh yeah, somebody was asking about sub buttons, but yeah, if you can't get 500 average viewers, like every time you stream 500 viewers, or like, you know, one time 800, the next time 300, so on. Like average concurrent 500 viewers is like what the #1 way to get a sub button. That's a great shot by Mike. I don't know why Marky took so long to go up for that though. Marky just like left that for a long time. Green chakrams from Mike. I love it.
Absolutely right, and he knows what he's doing. Another one going towards there.
But like I was saying, if you can't get 500 average viewers every time you stream, other ways to get a sub button is to partner up with an org like Flipside, or you know, just another esports org who are partnered with Twitch themselves, and you can get a sub button through them. That's not the best shot by Spoonie. How did that ball make it center actually? Oh, Marky taking Cucks out the game. Look at this. Cucks are looking to get a touch up the wall here. Marky just cuts in front of him. I think Marky should have just thrown himself forward at the ball. By turning around, he puts himself in the exact same spot as Mike. As Cucks. Yeah, Marky driving forward into no man's land and turns around into the play. Instead of just turning... Here he should just turn and exit screen right, because he should trust his teammate behind him who has a much better angle to clear this. By doing this, he actually just sets up Spoonie and takes Cucks out the game. That's a big misplay by Marky.
Well placed shot, and that's going to send back down to their own end. Weird spot from them now. Spoonie once again in the situation, having to put it to the side, off the post. Cooks here couldn't get it, but Marky...
It's going to work out for them here, though. They do get the 3-1 lead, but I think that could have been 2-all. It really could have been 2-all if Spoonie's shot was any better.
Marky do it as soon as he sees his opportunity, starts flying towards the net. Good morning, hadn't repositioned just yet, and it left it open. There it is, 3-1.
When's the next 1v1 matchup? It could be tomorrow, actually. Could be tomorrow.
Game number 2 after these 10 seconds. Flipside Tactics are going to be taking game number 1. I can say that confidently at this point. As another one almost goes in.
Okay, so 3-1, but you know, that could have gone to Good Morning. They did have chances. Partly due to Marky's bad clear at the end, they were giving them a shot to equalize with 30 seconds remaining. That's, you know, close. Closer than most people would expect this game to be, I think. I mean, closer than it should be. In all honesty, you know, I spent a while at the start of the game talking up these guys, because I know a lot of you won't know Spoonie. Most people should know Bipod. He was Flipside substitute. He did go to the LAN. Mike, everybody knows, but Spoonie, people might not know him. But yeah, Spoonie and Bipod are nowhere near as good as Mike, Cucks, Greasy, and Marky. Like, these four are world class. Spoonie and Bipod are just not there yet. And the fact that Good Morning are going so close in that game is, you know, it's kind of not expected.
Which generally with a team with the kind of pressure that Flipside can pull off, you're going to almost have to overcommit, especially when they're really pumping it out. So they're playing the smart game right now.
I guess I was going to say there's other ways to get a sub button on Twitch. Like if you have 100,000 subs on YouTube and you make a Twitch account, you get a sub button instantly because of your YouTube. If you have like a big Twitter or something, I'm sure that would help your cause. If you're like, if you own some esports org, then you're probably going to have a better shot, or own a tournament or something, you know, you run a tournament. Just doing stuff, community stuff, increases your chance of getting a sub button, but none of it's guaranteed. The main thing for Twitch is just to get your concurrent viewership up there, because it shows that people are tuning in regularly.
But are they going to be able to fully take advantage now? I mean, as we said, a lot of teams have been playing fairly slow and just...
Any insider knowledge of the RLCS? Will it be in EU or US just before Christmas? Well, I don't have any insider knowledge. I don't know anything confirmed at all, but I expect it to be in Europe because the last one was in NA. And I expect it to be this year because they said it would be.
A few times with some dribbling against Flipside, so they should not underestimate him, and I don't think they're going to. Ooh, good stop from Bipod as he desperately gets
That's not a good stop from Bipod, actually. Not a good stop at all. Like right here, Bipod just jumps too early, and he pops this ball right back into the middle. He should be looking to hit that just behind Cuxer, but not in front of Greasy. Like, he doesn't want to hit it towards Greasy like this. He wants to hit it harder, like just like this line. So it go when Greasy reaches it, instead of the ball being here, he wants the ball to be here, because that's like beyond the point that Greasy can power shot it. Greasy could still do an aerial shot and put it on target, but it's not going to be a power shot. This should be a goal. Greasy tries to be a little bit too clever. He tries to put it behind Spoonie, who is in the center of the goal, but really he just smashed that top corner. Spoonie's not going to save it. Turns out to be a really good save by Spoonie in the end.
Get that first goal early on as they take game number 1, going into game number 2, looking to take it pretty quickly for the first goal, but finally.
But yes, it seemed to me like Bipod struggled in this series, and then he played really well in the series that they also played on stream after this one. Very close fought series with Summit.
As that rolls into the corner, possession in the hands of Bipod, but he gives it away quickly. Greasy been very quick into the air for his team.
Also, I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. So I've been thinking about an idea, like, you know, since I'm doing a lot more casting on my stream recently, it doesn't leave as much room to do like 6 or 7 VOD reviews. Oh, Bipod with the side flip. Was it Bipod? It was. Yeah, Bipod drove forward in the net there. Like, he put himself in an awkward position right here. You see him right here. Bipod's driving forward. He's following the play. He should know that Cuxer is going to hit this ball. He should just know, because he can see Cuxer coming in for this. Spoonie's nowhere near to get a contest on this. So, driving forward like this, he puts himself completely out of position. Marky's not even particularly early to this. Marky could be further up by this point and just score before Bipod even has a chance to save it. But Bipod, he had a chance because Marky's approach wasn't that early. But he screwed himself by driving in a circle.
That is generally the kind of position you want to put yourself in when you're on offense. Hit that back ball so hard it's coming out to you, forcing the defender to try and chase it. And hopefully, it'll get to you first. And in that situation, my Bipod had too much ground to cover.
That seems to be Flipside's tactic right now.
I like that. It seems to be Flipside's tactic.
Feed the ball to the box and have Marky Duda finish it off for you.
I can't believe what a shot. I can't believe that the casters acknowledged that joke. They should have just played it completely deadpan. See, that's quick. That's quick. From Greasy. Fast aerial right in front of goal. Oh yeah, I got distracted. What was my idea? Yeah, you're right. So, I'm thinking of doing like RLCS NA Match of the Week VOD review. RLCS EU Match of the Week VOD review. Oh, what a goal. This is a great pass by Spoonie. Oh, that's the pass. It's not Mike reading it. It's Spoonie. Go. Mike Rules reading this. Did he really? Did Mike really read this? Did Mike have any chance to do anything apart from dodge forward? So Mike landed here. You could see where the boost stopped going down and went forward. He landed exactly here, and then he flipped, like, immediately. He flipped here. So Mike reading this. Look at the time he had to read that. He didn't read anything. It was just a great pass from Spoonie. Mike was like, oh, hello, boy. Bang.
That was actually an insane-looking shot. It looked kind of subtle, but he had just landed from off the wall, perfectly recovered for the redirect.
That was actually really good. Seen it for a second time. The speed and precision from him, Spoonie.
Yeah, what do you guys think about North American RLCS Match of the Week? I'll do a VOD review for that, and then EU Match of the Week, I'll VOD review that too. Bipod just sitting in the goal again. See, Bipod turns like over 360 degrees before going for the ball there, and Marky just comes straight for it. That's when you know your line of approach is probably wrong if you're turning more than 180 degrees to get to the ball.
Or do I hopefully think Mike Duda is going to put it in a place where I can reach it? It's one of the 50-50 shots.
It's almost less of a 50-50 knowing it's Marky Duda scoring. As you just said, he's good at those shots and placement. Very, very good at that. But there it is, 3-1. 3 minutes left.
Would I only do those or add those to your lineup? I'd only do those because I'm looking to do like sub wars and 1v1 casts.
was trying to finish that one off, but there's a chance for
It's a
them.
good pass by Mike. I would have loved to see a 1-2 there. This was like glorious opportunities to get a 1-2. Look at this potential play. If Pod just hits this right back to Mike, Mike is scoring. He will leather that ball, and Pod, by passing, will wrong fit Marky and Cox. This is one of those moments where Pod, all he has to do is like touch the ball forward to here, and Mike will smash it into the goal. Absolutely smash it. But he goes for the tight angle shot, which is never going to work against Flipside.
Does get stopped out by Cox here, though. Is it back on offense, and we're seeing Good Morning actually starting to set up some really good team plays and watching out for each other, and that's what's going to be critical to them getting some more goals. Bipod with a shot. Sick of getting scored on. He scores one himself.
There, Bipod is getting up quick for this shot, trying to give him the same medicine that he had to deal with, forcing that.
That is a good shot by Bipod. Beating Marky to the ball is not easy to do. Not easy to do. Are those my wheels on Mike's car? He got them himself. They're not my wheels. Mine are forest green loopers. Those are forest green check ram that Mike has.
Absolutely. Maybe that's just Mike knowing and saying, hey guys, watch. They will start to speed up. Let's put it right back on their end. Whatever they're doing, it's working out here. And another chance. Mike and Spoony both up for that, though. Bipod ready for a shot. No one in net for that. Greasy was in a weird spot.
Oh, okay.
And we're seeing it all tied up.
Tying it up, my Bipod. Being ready over the side.
Mike and Spoony both go for the same ball, but it doesn't matter because Bipod is in Africa. He's like in the perfect position for this. It is an underused position, to be fair. Like when the ball's being centered off the wall from the right side, why be in the middle? Why not just go over to the left side so you can go forward at the ball from the blind spot?
Greasy was not in the most prime position to deal with that defensively, and the bounce just made it even harder.
Absolutely.
Spoony stepping up this game though. Two really good assists. Two very good assists. Then Bipod with a solo goal. So Mike didn't do this series all by himself. Oh, why autocam or why cameraman? Are we looking at Spoony here? Oh, this does, no. Why are we looking at Pod? This doesn't make any sense. Really? Look at the play developing here. Watch what happens. This is really a shame. So it's like, right, Pod's going up for the aerial. He's missed it. He's recovering off the wall. Why would you put the camera on Pod here? He's like the last player who's going to be involved in the game. He's like honestly the least likely to be involved in the game at this point. Especially after nobody passes the ball to him when he's downfield. Like, Spoony said it forward. This is like the most obvious put the camera on Mike I have ever seen. I don't know if the spectator's just trying to guess which one Mike is because he turned off the overlay and he didn't write it down. Really though. Why are we looking at Bipod? I don't care if he demos Cucks at the midfield. Mike's going for a double touch off the backboard. And he nearly got it if it wasn't for the fact that he hit it right into Marky. Oh. Imagine if that had gone in, it would have been such a good goal. And then we're like watching Bipod zooming around at the back. That's some terrible... Wait, what? What did Leaf just say?
The works on it was Mike gonna finish it almost. He tried to pull it out. That was exciting. The camera was perfect for that.
The camera was perfect for that. No, it wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. It was about as bad as it could be. That was the worst camera work I've seen. I don't know what the cameraman was thinking.
Really coming out, and I think Flipside getting caught off guard has to break out to be comfortable right now. But they are just getting caught off guard. Touch from Mike Rules going to absolutely nobody. Bipod trying to rush to that. Greasy is going to speed to that one first.
No, sorry guys. When I say like somebody's in Africa, it just means that they're really far away. That's actually... I saw that in a... That goes way back. That reference is like so old. I remember like... Is that rain? It's like the... I think it's hailing on my roof. There was this... I used to play World of Warcraft. And I used to play Arena in WoW. I wasn't a raider at all. I was a PvP guy. Oh my goodness, what a save. Right off the post. Calculated. But yeah, there was this video where there was these guys and they were just playing 3v3 Arena and they made a montage, and every time that somebody got... There was like some cred control effects in the game. Don't know if you guys are familiar with Arena games, but you could like fear someone and their character would be out of their control for like 8 seconds and they would run in random directions. So literally what would happen is the character could just run like backwards and forwards, which would be perfect for them because they wouldn't go too far away from the team. Or they could just like, you know, pack up their things and run for 8 seconds, like, in the opposite direction of where the action is. And it'd be so funny, you'd just be like, yay, we won, because, you know, completely random pathing sent the opponent into Africa. So that's where it comes from. You just say, oh, I feared him into Africa, and your teammates know that that means you feared him really far away, and it's complete luck. That's where that reference comes from. All going to carry it. The dream. The dream. The dream? Nope.
We had an overtime between Good Morning and Flipside Tactics.
We've seen incredible pressure from Good Morning. They tied this game up surprisingly when it looked.
Why not? Why not China? Well, you could say China or Antarctica, just somewhere that's far away from where you live.
Almost a solid minute for a while when they had some
You just have to tell your team that you've, you know, sent that guy really, really far away. That's what I mean. That's a decent, decent play by Greasy, flying down onto the boost at midfield. Cuxer is very confident in his aerial 50-50s these days. Oh my goodness, what is Marky doing? What a back pass. Yeah, America. Yeah, feared him to America. But I mean, America's, it doesn't seem so far away, because I know lots of Americans, so even though it is very, very far away, it doesn't seem that far away, because I know so many Americans. Double demo!
Holy smokes, the double demo, that was so critical to staying alive.
That looked like it was going to seal
that was sick. Spoonie just demoing all the Flipside.
I'm sure, honestly, even Flipside Tactics got some humor out of that. They probably were like, wow, that was actually insane.
Right?
Oh,
that was good.
Man, so close. Cux could have scored that. The net was open.
They can turn it around though and get a shot or a play started out of it. Spoonie getting a little.
Have I ever thought of doing replay analysis on Patreon? I have. I actually have Patreon and just have never used it. Oh, what is Greasy doing? Reminiscent of when Greasy just left the ball at the RLCS finals against Flipside. That should have probably been a goal right there. Let's go and see. Yeah, this should be a goal. Why does Spoonie miss? I don't know. No, I did have a Patreon command briefly, but then I took it away because I was like, actually, I don't need this right now. I'm not going to try and use it. Spoonie's missing another aerial. Spoonie on his approach is just too close to the ball. So Spoonie's line is just a little bit off. If you look at where Spoonie is, look at where he's positioning his car. If he was just on the same position but this side of the field, then he would have the exact same chance of getting a ball that falls near post to here, because they're pretty much in the same arc. Like if you drew like an arc like from the ball, it would run like to here. So he's not any further away from that ball by being on this side of the field. But when it does hit off the back wall and come over here, or if it just pops across the goal, he's way more likely to get it because he's got just a straight run up rather than having to, you know, angle off to the side over here and then come back or shoot the ball back in on himself. And see, he's just like giving himself a tough line. Jumps completely wrong. And Mike's turning a little bit weird as well. I don't know why Mike's going for this ball. He should be going back to goal here. Let Pod come in and challenge.
Greasy will take the goal. Game number 2, going to Flipside Tactics in 2 minutes overtime. But what a showing from Good Morning in game number 2.
Good Morning really picked up this pace, and I noticed especially on defense, they were trying to meet Flipside just a little bit faster. There were a couple of opportunities where I'm like, oh man, Cookster's coming in, like it was the 3rd shot in a row. Cookster's coming in, this might be it. But they were able to get just enough of their car on the ball to try and pinch it out to the corner. And that's where I noticed, I think Good Morning picked up the pace the most was on defense. They definitely were mounting a few more plays.
Oh my goodness, the shots by Flipside. That's crazy. 19 shots. My goodness.
I mean, like, it looks a little rough, but sometimes when you realize who they're going up against, they're going up against Flipside Tactics. Yeah. And they're able to put
their defense wasn't that good.
Good Morning had some insane
Good Morning.
defense.
They had some nice saves, but a lot of it was just like your everyday save kind of thing.
9 shots of Cookseers away and like keep keep it away from their net, and that's very impressive.
Well, it's insane. Like 19 to 12 shots. That's just a lot of shots in general for a game of Rocket. That's just insane.
Like I thought the standout thing for me for Good Morning that game was the passing. Spoonie with a great pass to Mike for the first goal. The flip switched. And then off the wall to Pod for the third goal by Spoonie. And then Mike passing to Spoonie. That should have been a goal.
And they figured out it looked like a lot of passing. They're watching out for each other. And Spoonie was coming in really good. Like he's really surprised.
I think Spoonie in particular, he just needs to try and be farther away from the play. I think he gets kind of sucked in towards the play and attack. He just kind of gets magneted towards the ball.
But instead he goes to pop it to bipod. And we also are seeing Flipside tactics commit a little too much sometimes. There were a few times
Which is not good if you're trying to switch the play with a big pass like Mike tries to do.
And Good Morning was able to advantage it.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Mike has said on his stream, he said I think he said numerous times that he only joined Good Morning because Pod asked him to. So Pod just asked Mike to play. He asked, hey Mike, do you want to play? I'm kind of tired of or bored of being a sub on Flipside rather. I want to give qualification a bash, and yo, they were within one game of qualifying. They were within one game of qualifying, not in this series, but in the series in the losers bracket. They were 2-all with Summit. So spoiler alert, Good Morning do lose this series. But that's not why we're watching these. We're not watching these to... It's not like a reaction video. I have seen these games. Albeit I didn't watch them a lot. I just saw it once. See, again, bipod, same sort of thing that I was talking about with Spoonie. He's having to fly around the ball. If you look at just this, it's a very subtle thing, but they're all on the same side of the pitch. And what advantage is there to being in this position rather than the same, like, horizontal line but on the other side of the box? There isn't any. There isn't any. Well, literally the only thing it would be good for is if Spoonie, like, accidentally hit the ball off this wall, then bipod would be closer. If Spoonie accidentally hits it straight forward. But every time that the ball goes forward, there's no advantage to being on this side of the pitch. So, well, at least so far over. Like, being in the middle or even slightly to the left would mean that Pod doesn't have to fly off inefficiently to the left here. He could just fly, like, straight. He could be flying, his car would be going straight towards the opposing team's goal, and he would just meet the ball at the intersection. Instead, he's having to fly to the side to get there, so his hit isn't going to be as good. That's something that I think Northern Gaming do exceptionally well. Especially in their Greasy Maestro Remco days, that was the thing that separated them from other teams, is every time that they were going for the ball, they were always flying so straight, because their lines of approach were really, really good. Really, really good lines of approach. They didn't get sucked in towards the play like we're seeing happen to Good Morning quite a lot. And another player with exceptional like lines of approach is Cuxer. He's well known for being a good aerial player, but if you want to know why, like one of the reasons why he's good at that, it's because he, you know, just positions himself so he can just fly straight at the ball. Before he jumps, he just knows all he has to do is fly straight. He doesn't have to jump and fly off to the side and then hit the ball this way. Oh my goodness, the bit train is starting. Here they come. It's nice play by Markey. Really nice play by Markey. Took bipod and Mike out the game. I kind of talked over that goal that just happened, by the way. It wasn't like, there wasn't that much to say about it. It was just a good goal by Mike.
Not able to do so. Bipod a little bit too late to that one. Greasy super quick to the air. Miss there from Markey, but Greasy's going to follow a miss from him too. Mike still in a bad spot.
What a save. Mike put himself in a really awkward position, but he managed to save it. Oh no, here comes the bomb. Look out. Single cheer bits. I don't know why Mike angled away from the first save off or clear off the wall here. That was a great second save though. Yeah, Mike left Flipside. Mike had to deal with some stuff in his personal life, so he couldn't commit to Rocket League as much as Marky and Kux wanted to, so he decided to step down.
I think that's their biggest asset right now is knowing.
How come Kux switched off the Batmobile? I think it was because he was just losing too many 50-50s, and he wanted to win some 50-50s. Yes. Oh my goodness, what? That shot was so bad. How does this go in? Spoonie's like jumping so early again. Or it wasn't Spoonie. Earlier on it was Pod who jumped early. I don't know why Spoonie jumps so soon. What happened? Did Spoonie just do that thing where, you know, your car's like shadowing, you're backwards to the ball, and your brain is telling you, oh, remember that you're backwards, by the way, and then you know, he tries to flip this way, but his brain's like, flip this way instead. No, he just double jumped, never mind. I think he just double jumped. Whoops.
Sends him off target, and Marky Duda with another shot.
That was tough. Mike Rules.
But the panic coming in.
Force him to make a play with the move, but Cooks here.
Panic from Spoonie. Like, jumping this early was a misplay. He still had forward momentum, so when he jumps, he's moving away from the ball. There's nothing he can do about it. He can't even boost to help himself. It'll just put him even further away. That shot was so bad from Marky as well. He just, like... Marky's probably, out of all the pro players in the world, nobody scores as many bad goals as Marky. And that would have been, like, another classic Marky goal if it was Marky on the kickoff and it just goes straight in. Oh, Marky's just... I don't know how he does it. He just scores so many bad goals. The kind of shot where he'll hit it and he'll be like, oh, I'm so bad, and then it'll just go in and he's like, oh, I'm the best. I'm sure you've all heard him say that.
Like I said, from the corner, you almost never expect these. This was such a tight angle.
This is really great shot by Greasy. From that range, Mike kind of just has to throw himself at the ball and try and block something, because he's not going to get a reactive save from there. Just too close.
Greasy up quick once again, so fast to the air this entire series as he sends that one in a good spot for Cux here, but there is some defense. Bipod is his name. Sends that one to the side. Spoonie with the 50-50. Mike taking that one low.
What on earth happened to Marky right there? Just want to highlight the flop in the midfield from Marky. Pay attention to him. Not the best read on the ceiling hit and nearly own goaling it. Marky's a bit all over the place in the past 5 seconds.
Getting bumped out now. 2 people out of position. All 3. Scary spot there for the last defender, Spoonie, but he gets him, intercepts that very quickly, reading that backboard bounce correctly. Cooks here with a soft drop down to Marky, but intercepted by Mike as that gets sent down to some back and forth shots.
Excuse me, I muted the first sneeze. I thought I'd let you hear the second one. Thought I'd let you hear the second one. Hope you enjoyed that. My goodness, I am just so sick right now. I am so sick, and I've got to do a talk show after this. What am I going to do? I don't even have any allergy tablets because it's not hay fever season.
1 goal separates. Good morning.
Do you think Greasy's a good replacement? Yes. Yes.
That one back here, important to another overtime second in the series. But Flipside attack it, put on some aggression here.
I mean, what did Mike bring to Flipside? Just unbelievable ball striking ability, some great field awareness of where his teammates are in attack, not the best defending, not the best trust in defense, but that's like something that all of Flipside has problems with. Is it another good infield pass though? Oh wait, this wasn't a pass? How did this ball go middle?
What a read from Spoonie. Cooks here, puts that off and tries to follow up, but
what? Bipod didn't even hit this?
Actually put that towards the middle. The read from Spoonie to put it in net ties this game up, giving Good Morning a chance to stay alive.
How long am I streaming for? I'll be streaming on my channel for another, well, I'll finish this series, so just another, well, 1 more game. Because, spoiler alert, Flipside win the next game. After this one, they lose this one and then win the next.
10 seconds left off the backboard. Greasy knows these passes. Out back in front to Marky Duda, who ends in almost the perfect spot, but it gets stopped up by Spoonie, who sends that back to
Over Zero cut his hair. Rip. That's like findable carpet, shaving his beard.
We hit a second overtime of this series.
Greasy with an incredible touch originally, but then we had a hard clear. Spoonie trying to follow it up. Fortune Cooks here back on defense.
He replaced Greasy. Mystic, formerly of M1k3Rules, replaced
But had there
Greasy.
been even just 5 more seconds on the
A
clock,
really good fit.
it could have spelled
A really good
the end
fit.
of that game and given Good Morning the win.
Flipside looking to make an attack here off the backboard. Cooks here with a follow-up himself. Maybe with a bat.
Cucks should probably know that he's not reaching that. He hit it a bit too high, didn't have enough time to get the altitude necessary in his car.
Good formation on defense from Good Morning as they keep this ball in the
Flipsider is trying to get the ball into an awkward position, hoping that somebody from Good Morning will drive underneath it and take themselves out of the game. Pretty disciplined defending though. Oh, never mind. Oh my goodness, nearly another awful goal by Marky. The classic Marky dribble where he just misses it and it rolls in. This time, Good Morning get away with it though. How much money for me to shave Carpus Beard? Oh, I wouldn't do that for any amount of money. That's just betrayal right there. Whereas I was surprised by any of the qualifying results for the group play for RLCS. Yes, I was. And that's the short answer.
Oh, that's their chance right there. This is it.
iPod with the winning goal. Here we go. So, solid defense from Good Morning. Well, overall solid defense. Not the most solid defense, but they did enough. Who's the best female Rocket League pro? I think Karma is the only person who's trying to go pro that I know of who's also a female. Oh my goodness, how many... I can't calculate that bits, those bits. The in-between games of this series have been quite long. I'm going to move on. Wait. Hold on.
Like they've been playing together for so long. And the minute Rocket League came out,
it's true. Like Marky, 4 of the players on this pitch have been playing together for years. Marky, Cucks, Mike, and Bipod have been playing so long in the OG game.
So Mike Rules knows these guys probably better than they do, to be honest. He knows exactly how they're going to play.
Oh yeah, he knows everything, all the habits, and that's.
Mike knows everything, all the habits. Flipside better watch out. Mike knows all of their habits. He knows that Marky's probably gone and drank a glass of milk between this game and the last one because he's nervous. He's like, "Be right back, I need to get some milk." Mike knows that Greasy's like taking a smoke break and Cucks copied him. He knows all of the habits. And that's why Good Morning are one game in this series. Because of Mike's ability to know Flipside's habits better than they know it themselves. What kind of story is this? I love it. This story that Carpet and Leaf are telling us right here, it's definitely a good one. I'm not going to complain. You earn cheer by subbing? Wait, can only subscribers cheer? Do you have to be a subscriber to cheer? Are there any female RLCS players? No. No, there are not. I think Karma's a sub for some NA team now. Like Vendetta or something.
So far, I've been comfortably shutting down most of Flipside's aggression so far, and I really like the patience and thinking play out of Spoonie.
You'd think Rocket League would be a game with a lot of female players. Yeah, there's no offside rule. No offside rule. Oh. What a save.
Cooks here, those midfield lasers just straight towards the net, towards the top as well.
Straight towards the goalkeeper, who boosts the wrong way and misses the ball. iPod, please. Not the greatest defense.
Wasn't able to keep it out of net and pushed it into the corner.
He knows exactly where on that car to get the most power.
Apparently, yes. Interesting. So I guess, oh man, another bad goal by Marky, but yeah, Pod shouldn't be going for this. He did do a really good job, did Marky, blocking that hit. But Bipod's so greedy going for a chip. He's hoping Marky's gonna block the infield, and he's trying to like pass it off the wall to himself, but as the last man back, that's such a big risk. Just opening up the block. I'm the best of nerds. What? This streamer look very nerd. Oh, where did that come from again? This streamer look very nerd. That's a great meme. I love it.
that ball away.
Where did that start? I saw that the other day.
Backwards.
This streamer looked very nerd.
Of course, gonna win that contest.
Then like it's like the unsure what to do about this face.
Mike just trying to be a nuisance here. Has a breakout chance here for side.
Marky nearly pull shotted bipod right into that.
Midfield. Back and forth gives this team a chance to get back, but pinch could have been in favor of Flipside if them went more towards the net there in front of the net. Bad spot for defense here. Bipod just getting that one. Spoony forced to push that one to the side. A little bit of an awkward spot on defense. Let's hope they don't do that again as Flipside maintain the attack.
Cooks here
with a double touch. Greasy not ready for that one. Not
Here's Johnny.
Oh my goodness, McJugga. Thank you for the subscription, man. My allergy-filled self is still apparently allowed to get subs. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That was a good goal by Marky. It's about time Marky scored a good goal, isn't it? I think, yeah, Mike just didn't think Marky had it. You see Mike jump once. Did he backflip? It's so hard to tell because the camera is not telling us the full story.
Not ready for that one. Not used to those antics yet.
Oh, Mike just didn't think that Marky had it. Mike was waiting for the bounce.
Now Marky Duda is setting that up for himself. Look at how much he just had to change his card's trajectory.
Is there a VOD on my 100 crate opening stream? Check that out on YouTube. It's up on YouTube. I put it up today. That's actually, it's a pretty funny video, not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun opening that 100 crates. It was pretty funny. My chat was so triggered. It was wonderful. The chat was so triggered. Somebody asked earlier, was I surprised by any of the RLCS results? Well, if you want to know more about that, just stay tuned. Right after this stream, I'll be hosting Lawler, and we'll be doing a talk show. And one of the topics is RLCS results and predictions for this weekend. So we'll talk about that on the show. I won't talk about it right now. And if you're watching on YouTube, then go to Lawler's YouTube channel. I'm sure you can find it. You can use your investigation skills.
Front shot for Cooks here potential. Marky is going to follow it up, but Spoony does send that one back down.
I can't believe that first crate. It's insane. Yeah, it was insane, dude. Absolutely insane. I've got that horrible feeling where I'm like on the verge of sneezing, but I can't sneeze. What do I do? How do you get rid of this? I know like some things that you can do, but none of them work. Like apparently, if you just breathe out, like, and hold your breath, fully exhaled, that helps you, like, get over the I need to sneeze but I can't sneeze feeling. And another way is to, like, apparently, you push the top of your mouth with your tongue. So, there you go. Maybe you guys will have more luck with that advice than I do. It never works for me. I just, like, sit there and, like, I really need to sneeze but I can't. That's me right now. Pinch my nose. What if I don't want to pinch my nose? Because that's painful. You made Corey spam? If Psionics devs made me get the crate first chance, hashtag rigged, there is no way that they did that. Absolutely no way. I don't think any of the Psionics devs even watch my stream. I've never seen them in my chat. Maybe they're lurking sometimes, but I've never seen them in here. They do, well, I mean, one of them probably watched my stream at some point. But I see the Psionics devs in other people's streams way more than I see them in mine. Feels bad, man.
But a great debut from Good Morning. As James said, it's so great to see Mike Rules back in the game.
It is great to see Mike Rules back in the game.
I think he came in with a little bit of a lighter heart for this competition, but to see him get this far anyways.
Oh, absolutely.
With you know, and he's good friends. I'm sure they all had a blast in this game. They're all good sports. But either way,
I would have loved if Mike would have recorded those games, or if Bipod or someone, or Spoony recorded those games and put it on YouTube. I would love to watch those games from Good Morning's perspective, just to hear Mike in a different dynamic, in different team comms than Flipside, you know, because we've only ever heard Mike and Marky talking nonsense. I wonder if he still talks nonsense to Bipod and Spoonie, you know? I'd really love to hear that. You're pretty sure you talked to Psionics Curry during the 100 crate opening stream? You probably did. I didn't. I couldn't read the chat during that stream. The chat was just moving so fast. I couldn't keep up with the chat. Oh, thanks for the cheer, Jack. He's just bombing the cup again. Just bombing the bin with 100 chairs.
Flipside, the best team in Europe, finished second in the first season. They kept it very close. 2 overtime games, and then
yeah, that series was closer than it should have been. Really, closer than it should have been. As good as Mike is, he shouldn't be able to take that so close against Greasy, Marky, and Cux.
But to hold off on that defense for so long and then transition that into that.
I'll run out of space in top cheers. Yeah, he's like bought all the chairs from IKEA. Flat packed them all in a container ship, sent them over my way. So many chairs.
In season 1, in the grand finals, we saw Cookser just.
I think like mostly Good Morning for me. They were just too congested in attack, missing chances because their lines is just a little bit off. Like you see it right here. Spoonie just not giving himself many angles with that hit because he's flying straight at the ball. All he can do is hit it middle in the net, which isn't what he wants to see. But their passing was really good, actually. They passed the ball very well. Oh, that's a really good shot by Bipod. He turned off ball cam for that. Good precision. Oh, the double demo! That's sick. That's so sick. Yeah, defensively, it does take a while to sort of synergize properly in defense. You need to play a lot before you understand what your teammates like to do in defense. Sometimes offense like just clicks with some teams. They just like get it working really well right from the beginning, but defense is harder to master. You have to like learn to trust each other. Learn what your teammates like to do with regard like using the wall or going up quick or where they like to wait, like Mike right there waiting in net. So Mike, Bipod and Spoonie were good enough to make the league for sure. They're definitely good enough to be a top 8 team in EU. They're definitely good enough to be a top 8 team in EU. Just need to learn to spread out a little bit more in attack so that they don't so that they send 2 people for the same ball less often and defensively just trust each other more.